Hey guys, it's me again. Spring is getting warmer and warmer, so I thought it's really high time we made a wasp trap because they predate my precious bees. I don't like wasps when they predate my precious bees. You won't believe, but wasps and hornets literally eat bees, so they are a big no-no in the garden. We will need, for the wasp trap and hornet trap, jar or some kind of a container of your choice, a piece of hose. Bring on the hose! Yeah, let's go! Okay, so Apocrypha is a suborder of insects comprising ants, bees and wasps, and as social bees or bee forms, they are each related in a special way and they are social. So they live in nests, in colonies, in families, and it's paramount that they communicate with each other, and for that they need to be really smart. These are the smartest of all insects, you can be sure about that. And wasp traps work especially because wasps are so smart. They know that where they see light, that must be the exit or the entrance. And where there's darkness, there's no entrance. That's just the end of the cave or box or, you know, the depth of hell. And when there's no light, there's no exit. So a wasp trap looks like the following. Let me show you. So a wasp trap works the following way. You have a container. In olden days, you would just hang a jar like this on your eaves. You put jam or honey or a beer or wine or fruit juice or whatever here, and when a wasp entered, they would see the sun from here. This is the sun. So when a wasp entered and they had their meal of the juicy nectar here, they saw that that would be the exit, and they constantly bumped into this part of the glass, and it didn't really help them because they would never suppose that the exit would be a different way from where the sun is. Wasps know a lot about geography, well, they just don't know glass. The same way, you can just put something sweet in a beer bottle or whatever and turn the mouth of the bottle away from the sun, and if a wasp gets inside, again the same situation, they would never be able to get out because the sun is this way, the entrance is the opposite way, which would never ever cross their minds. That's how wasp traps use the sun to trap wasps. But today's design will be the following. Here we will have our jar like that, like this. This I would hang from a tree, and here there would be a piece of hose, a pipe, so they can enter through the opening. Of course we have our juice here, but once they entered, they would suppose that the exit, of course, again, here we have the sun, so from above this looks like this. Here we have a piece of hose, and once they enter, they would never suppose that the exit would be back in the middle of the whole thing, because who would ever suppose that the entrance of anything or the exit from anything is right at the middle of the thing, right? Even I wouldn't suppose myself that the exit from a building would be at the very middle, right? That's how it works. And it will trap heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of wasps. Let's make this. So this one is last year's design, and it works wonders. It was about this full of wasps and even flies, house flies. This only features 2 holes here and here, about 1 centimeter in diameter. So this is a simpler design and it does work. However, the bottleneck is really narrow, so once you want to reuse it or clean it up, it's really a pain in the abdomen to clean it. Hence this year's design would be this bucket, and I just unscrew the lid, pour the contents out, clean it up, put it back together. At least that's the plan. Let's make it. Okay, so bring in the hose. Here we have all the hose. Let's see how long a piece we should cut down. It should be just half as long as the bucket is wide. So here we cut this. I wonder if I can cut it with a pair of scissors. Yes, I can cut it with a pair of scissors. The plan is to put a groove at the edge of the pipe here, so that we could stick it through the plastic and it would hold without any glue or anything. Well, let's see. For the groove, we will need a file, and we will try to file a groove in here. I tried it on the bandsaw just a moment ago, but didn't succeed. Okay, so this should be it. Let's grab the appropriate drill bit. This one. We have reached the end of travel here. It won't go any deeper. So we would have to come up with something that allows us to still drill into this. And I think I know. We'll just do this. 1, 2, 3. So now that we have the hole, we would just have to stick it in like that. This should be fine. Okay, so what do we put inside as the bait? The bait recipe is 1/3 beer, 1/3 vinegar, and 1/3 1:1 sugar water. So this is water and this is sugar water. So we will just mix it up and it will be ready to be deployed. Okay, so welcome back. Last night actually I found another one of these, so I made a second wasp trap, which I'm pretty glad about. Twice the amount of prey. So what do I have here? I have beer, vinegar, water, and I also have some sugar. So I have the sugar and the measuring cup. So this is all you need: water, sugar, vinegar, and beer. You need beer because of its yeast content. You need sugar because it's sweet and wasps love sweet stuff. But the most important, vinegar. And I wonder if you know why I put vinegar in my wasp trap and why you should too. If I omit the vinegar and I only have a sugar water mix and some yeasty beer, but mainly because of the sugar water mix, it will attract all these friends here, wasps and bees alike, also the hornet. But fortunately, bees don't like vinegar. So if we add it to the mix, then our bees will be safe because they would be flying meters away from the wasp trap. Still, they won't get interested because of the vinegar content. Bees are just not into vinegar, and that's how we will protect them. So I have some water, so I made the water slightly hot because that helps to dissolve the sugar. And I made this gauge here. So first we will add the sugar water mix. So the whole mix will come up to 300 milliliters. 100 will be the sugar water mix, 100 the beer, and 100 the vinegar. So the 100 of sugar water mix, I will need to add 50 grams of sugar, and the water, it should come up to 100 grams. So this is it. Nice sugar water mix. It's not yet fully dissolved. So we'll have to wait a bit. In the meantime, let's open this one. And a little bit of vinegar. Actually, for vinegar you can use a 10% solution, and from that you will need 100 milliliters, but this is twice as strong. 20%, I would need half the amount, so I won't put 100 milliliters of this. I already did. Okay, so we add the sugar water mix. And we add the beer. And also the vinegar. This is 100 milliliters, so I won't add all. I will just add half. I'll add a little more than half, just to be sure. Okay, so our mix is ready. That's it. For one. And then again, sugar water mix, 50 sugar, 50 the water, mixy. I have the vinegar. Oh, I need the beer. 100 mils of beer. Usually I just get the cheapest beer. This is the only season in the year when I buy beer at the store. For my wasps. For enemy wasps. And of course, the hornet. So I mix it up. Sugar water. So let's add the vinegar first. Then the beer. And then the sugar water. Smells pretty much like wine. Let's go. Okay, so let's put this right here. With the screw top, I can make sure that the entrance faces north, so that whenever they see the sun, it should be opposite the entrance or the exit. Do you have friends who are struggling with wasps around the house? Well, help them by sharing my video. And if you've liked what you've seen, then smash that like button and see you in the next episode.